Hello. Hello everyone. Hi. Doing the hair. Just making myself a cup of tea. I think it's just boiled, so it's just going to make a lot of noise again. Right. What is this doing here? It's one of those days. It's one of those days. Right, okay, so I need honey. I'm down to my last pot of emergency honey. I have to go and buy some more, but who wants to go to the shop, eh? Right. Wait for it to gather at the bottom. Spoon it out. There we go, that's plenty. Hi everyone! Hello! Back in the pot. Oh, now I've got sticky hands, never mind. Put water in. So now I've got water and honey. And I have here blind dip tea. Yes, so I am still doing this, and I have to say it has gone down. I mean, there was a lot of tea in there. So every bit of tea that I had, you know, sort of all the pots, all the boxes that I had in the cupboard, you buy, you don't drink them up, you know, you sort of then start something else. I put them all in here, and yeah, so I've been doing blind dip. I have been cheating a lot, mind you. If I didn't like it, I put it back. Okay, so 2 came out, so we're going to have the Pucker Black Currant Beauty. I do like that one. Hi! So yeah, I have to say I've had quite a few, you know, so might as well, you know, keep going. It's pretty. The jar is pretty. Look, you know, I normally have it on my desk in the sitting room. So, looks good there. Let's put that in there, and then I can have a sip of tea later on when we are doing these biscuits. There we go. So that can go over there. Now, let's get started because they need to chill for a little bit in the fridge, and we can have a little natter then. Now the thing is, I didn't used to chill them, and it does make a difference, so it is important to chill them. So I have all my ingredients ready, and I'll just show you and we'll go over them for a moment. So we are making lavender biscuits. Now why do I call them lavender? Because I have infused the sugar with lavender. I did this just the same way as I do my vanilla sugar. Look, so this is my pot of caster sugar, and I have vanilla pods in there, see? So that is vanilla sugar when I need it for my cakes. And then at one point I found this in the shop. Thank you, Stella. So this is it with the spices. So just go to your spice aisle, and these are called Bart spices. I don't know whether they are also in the they're in the UK obviously, but I don't know whether they are also in England, in the UK. So I don't know whether they also you know, export. But this is then lavender that you can use for scones, for cakes. Let me just show you. And it's like, you know, it's like this. So yes, I don't know, I was in 2 minds about using lavender that had been growing outside. If I had a garden where I could sort of control the cats that would come around my flower pots and stuff like that, I would probably, if I knew there weren't any, I would probably use the lavender from my garden, but I don't have a garden at the moment, and even if I did, I think I had a couple of flower lavender plants outside. The cats around here are just horrendous. So I really don't want to, you know, I really don't want to use anything that an animal could have, you know. So this is why I have bought this, right? So, and then also you can have this whenever, and when you open it, oh, it smells really nice. Would you like to smell it? But yeah, so this will allow you to have lavender obviously throughout the year. And yeah, look, I've already used quite a lot of it. I made the biscuits before. I've made them for my crochet club. And back then I made one of these, I mean a little bit less sugar because I knew that I wasn't going to use it as much as my vanilla. And today this is my leftover, and it's just the right amount that I need for my biscuits today. So that's perfect, so that's used it up. So I might make up a new batch, or whenever I need to have a new batch, I'll do it a couple of days in advance. But this one has actually been infusing for a while now, for a couple of months, since I think February. Oh my goodness, it smells so nice, right? So yeah, I'm really pleased that I did this. Lavender, it wasn't sort of something I did before, but I've started doing this since I found this in the shop. I've started doing it, and it's really delicious as well. It's really, really nice. So I'm really pleased, hey Wendy, that I've got that lavender, and yeah, I've got sort of my lavender infused sugar here. So that's 50 grams of sugar. We're going to put that in a bowl. There we go. And then I have here 100 grams of butter. I've had this out since this morning, so it's nice and soft. So that should go in there as well. Let me just get a fork. It's always handy if you're actually prepared. Right, so there we are. So that's the butter to go in there. And I am just going to do that in small bits there with my fork, just like that for now. And then here I have 150 grams, hi everyone, of plain flour. So this is just the plain flour that I use. I know I'm not in the picture completely, but I have set it up in a way so that in a moment I can show you how I'm rolling and I'm shaping the biscuits. So that's why it's sort of a little bit awkward at the moment. So I'm going to just put the flour in as well, and I don't sieve it, I just try to, you know, sort of air it a little bit. It does say it's pre-sieved. I don't know whether that makes a difference at all, but there we go. So let me just show you what I do. Okay, there we are. See, look, how clever is that? So with your fork, I'm going to just put the butter. So I'm using my fork to break up the butter. Can you see? And of course I am trying to incorporate as much flour as I can, because I don't want you know, to have butter lumps or anything, but that's what we need to do. Also, I'll have to put my hands in a moment. Ooh, and I never like doing that, but that's why I try and do as much, oh, the smell, and do as much as possible with my fork. So it makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so yeah, the butter does have to be soft. Nearly there. Okay, I'm not wearing my rings because obviously I'm going to have to go in very soon. There we go. So like I said, I always try and do as much as I can with my fork. Okay. Oh dear. I don't mind doing it with your hands, it's just that it gets under your nails. I don't like it when it gets under my nails. Okay, so it's coming together, as you can see. Now the trick also is not to over knead it. What I'm doing really is just making sure it stays together in a ball. So let's get all this off. Ugh. So I'm just trying for it to pick it up all the bits that are still in my bowl. And the moment, let me just do this. Of course, I have washed my hands before I started. The moment it is all sort of in a ball, see? The thing is, it's good that it falls apart, but it's a little bit too much at the moment. It still needs to hold together a little bit. This is obviously why they want you to cool them, okay? So next thing we're going to do is get a little bit of flour, just a tiny bit. Put it on our table here, and I'm going to tip it all out. There we go. So my bowl basically is clean, okay? And now we're going to just shape it together so it stays together. There we go. Okay. See, look, now it's all together. It's one thing. And now we are going to just gently, this is something that I have, and it's a plastic sort of sheet that I roll up, and this is where I knead all my flour, all my bread, I mean. And it's really handy because you can really wash this really well, you know, with hot water. There we go. So I've got a little bit of dough now. Now I make sure there's some flour and something on my rolling pin, and very gently I'm going to flatten out my dough. See, it is very crumbly, but that's the way it's supposed to be. So keep it together a little bit. There we go. See? Let me put that fork out of the way. See, look. And you're shaping your dough for it to be, let's see, about 1/2 centimeter thick, like this. Yeah. And then I've got a cutter, and I am going to just, oh, I don't think these will be many biscuits, mind you. There we go. So there's a first biscuit. Yeah. So I push it down, and then I shake it about a bit, and that loosens it all. See? No, I can't get one out of there anymore. So what we're doing now is, you know, remember my stone from last week, or 2 weeks ago even? I am going to put my biscuits on there, because that's what I always do. See, this is how thick they are. And yes, before I say anything else, the recipe is already on the blog, so you can go and have a look. The link is below this video already for you to go and have a look at the recipe. And then, let me just put this stone back again. And then of course now we are going to reform and re-knead. And we are going to have to re-roll and reshape the biscuits. with our leftover. There we go. All right, let me do this again carefully, because shortbread means that it will crumble easily. So that's the whole, whole setup of this biscuit. 1 and 2. Right, this one goes on the tray. This one as well. They're a bit thicker, that's okay. Right, I think I can make some more. Yay! I'm having fun. I should have doubled the ingredients. These biscuits are not going to last very long, are they? They'll be eaten by tomorrow. Tomorrow, probably. Okay, right, let me just put them there. One more. Okay. There we go. So towards the end, I sort of push it into the thing, so I have only a tiny bit left. See, there's the last one. Shape it. Fell apart a bit, never mind. And then this one is the taster one, of course. So I'm just going to make this into a little ball as well as I can. And flatten it. And that's my little taster bite. Okay, so we now have this. And I am going to put this in the fridge for just about 5-10 minutes. I'll be putting that camera up again in a moment after there we go. So that's in the fridge. Close the fridge. Now bring you back up. Oh, there you are. I thought you'd left me. Right, okay, that's a little bit skewy. That's better. Okay, now I've got to wash my hands. Get that biscuit out from under my nails. Yeah, I don't mind the hands-on, it's just the thing that gets under my nails. Oh. Anyway. Okay, yeah, I'm glad you're still there, Karen. I thought you'd left me. Okay, now I've got all the grease on my hands. So, oh. Get the stuff from under my nails. Yes, half a biscuit under there. Okay, right, that's better. Oh, right, okay. Where's my towel? There we go. So, like I said, now we've got them in the fridge, now I can relax. The recipe is already on the blog, okay? So underneath this video there'll be a link. It is already there, the link, with the link for the blog, so you can go and have a look. Yes, Poodle Girl, I have a very small kitchen. Not my choice. I mean, obviously we bought this flat to live in for a couple of years, then we were going to move, but we like the location here. Okay, so we so love being so close to the sea, we're close to the town, we're close to the station. And so yes, it is a very small kitchen. When we're sitting down, we can reach the counters, but the good news is that we have decided that we are going to stay here, but we are going to extend the kitchen. And of course we had our planning permission, sort of applying for it, put in right before the lockdown, but it has continued and we have good news that it has been accepted. So we've got our planning permission. There was one little thing that we had to amend, but that was, that was fine. We amended that, and so we're just waiting for the confirmation. And so hopefully now, of course, we've got time to look for builders and to look for everything else. But the kitchen is going to be wider that way and wider this way. So yes, I am doing this here now in my tiny little kitchen, but hopefully next year around this time, I should be doing this in a wonderful new big kitchen. So yeah, I am so pleased that that's going to happen. And also I am going to make sure there's got lots of lights and everything, so that if I do something like here, then, you know, like I'm doing now, that I've got a lot of space and I can show you the whole kitchen. So, oh, it's going to be so exciting because my oven is going to be over there and, oh, more, actually, Eileen, more room to cook. At the moment, Dirk and I, we can't cook together in the kitchen. It's a one-person kitchen. I've got to turn the oven on, okay? 180 degrees centigrade, okay? This is a one-person kitchen, right? You cannot cook the two of you. It's impossible. There's hardly any counter space. This basically is all the counter space I have. There's a tiny bit there, but you know, you've always got a pot or a pan somewhere. So what we are doing actually is we are extending outside. So we have a courtyard alongside here, which, to be honest, we don't use. I mean, the sun comes in there for an hour a day. What's the point in having it? So, I know. I mean, Janet, I can cook in it. It can be done. You just have to be organised. But, you know, and when the kids are here and Christmas and all kinds of things, it does work. But I've come from a big kitchen. I had a huge kitchen in Belgium, and although it's nice to sort of downsize, it's just, it would be nice if I could have my own setup here, and it's just not done very well. There's a huge cabinet over there with really thin, you know, not very deep cabinets. The fridge is in the corner there. There's not, you know, I had nothing there. I now have that shelf there. Yeah, it's a bit of a setup that I didn't sort of, you know, it could have been done a lot better. But no, Suzanne, we are taking in the outside. So we're not taking up space from the house. We are adding space from outside. So like I said, there's outside, and we don't use it, so we're going to incorporate that into the inside. So this wall will be gone, this will be gone, and it will be further, 2 meters actually, further that way. So we asked our neighbours, they didn't mind, and so then we also have a bedroom and a bathroom at the back there, and we're going to make a new bedroom and a new bathroom, so that if any of you want to come and stay, you can. No, I mean, I'm joking. Well, no, you know, if need be, you know, you can come and stay. And there'll be another utility area sort of in that corner here. But there, you know, going out, sort of pushing that wall out there, will give me sort of the width of a sink and a door, a double sink and a door. And there'll be, you know, sort of here where you are standing there, right there, there'll be a big table. Yes, of course, Suzanne, I am going to give you a tour. I am also going to tell you all about what's happening, you know, and there'll be tears. I'm sure there'll be tears about the fact that I've got no kitchen for a while. You know, what am I going to do without my kitchen? You know, I'll be cooking in my living room with the microwave. You know, so, you know, there'll be a lot of support that you're going to have to send me to be able to survive this, okay? But we're not there yet, okay? We're not there yet. So yes, so I'll have my fridge, my microwave, my kettle in the sitting room with me, and that'll be it for a while. But you know, as a reward towards the end, I'll hopefully have a lovely kitchen. And I want to build it in such a way that it will be different with the light, but we'll have long light strips at the top, and hopefully there'll be lots of light, so you know I can do this kind of thing again. I've already got the kitchen in my head that I want. I've drawn it on my IKEA, you know, I'm having an IKEA kitchen, so yeah, hopefully it'll work out nicely that I've got my ovens, my KitchenAid, my counter to work on. I'll have the cooker still here, and the dishwasher will be still here as well, but I'll have more counter space and things like that, so it'd be lovely. But of course this is all beforehand, okay? You're gonna have to get me through the during, and then we'll be baking a lot more after, okay? I might even do crochet tutorials in there, who knows, you know? But yeah. Yes, if you're ever in the area, if you are ever in the area, please, please get in touch, okay? Maybe even if it's just away from wherever you are, from wherever I am, you know, get in. If you're ever near to Exmouth, Devon, UK, get a hold of me via the group, via Messenger, via a comment. Get hold of me, please, okay? Obviously, I can't promise you a bed right now, but if you wait until next year, we might just be able to, you know, a nice ensuite there. Yeah, so this is a, did you see it? Kath Kidston mug. Yeah, I mean, it's a blind dip tea, and it's a black currant beauty at the moment. I blind dipped it earlier in the beginning of the live. So yes, we were thinking about moving because obviously the flat that we have now is only just big enough. It's much smaller than before, but like I said just 5 minutes ago, we love it here. We love the location. We love the fact I can just walk everywhere. I walk to the beach, I walk to the train, I walk to my fitness, you know, to the LED, I walk to the station, you know, all that, to the shops. So, you know, it's so convenient. I know, Janet, I know they say 4 months, right? They're saying 4 months, but that's not just the kitchen, right? We are having a wall built, you know, to extend. So we're doing all kinds of things. We're taking down the utility area. We're turning that into a garden. We're doing the thing on the side here. Then at the back, that bathroom and the bedroom needs to go. You know, they are really, really, you know, sort of doing a lot of things. So we're hoping that, yes, by keeping it within the time, you know, by hoping we can, you know, even if they take longer, we're hoping for it to stick to the budget. But you know, we're doing a lot of things ourselves because I have put an IKEA kitchen together before, so we're doing that ourselves, and we've got some people that we know here who can help us do other things. So hopefully, fingers crossed. So yes, so here. I have blind dip tea that I chose. So these are all my teas that I haven't. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, Anja. Hey, Anja. Oh, my best friend's here. Look, Anja. Yeah, I know. And she has my table and chairs when we moved. So yes, so that's the blind dip tea that I've been doing since the start of lockdown. I still haven't had many, but there was a lot in there, so it was nearly full, so I am doing really well here. Now, how long have I been talking? How long have I been talking? Right, let's get those biscuits out of the fridge. So they should go in about 10 to 15 minutes, okay? Have I been talking that long? I don't know. Have I? Can anybody confirm how long I've been chatting? Actually, I don't think Karen will be cooking somehow. Okay, Wendy, thank you. To be honest, we live too far apart. So we live about 20 minutes drive, so that's that first of all. And I've never, okay, let's just change the subject, shall we? I'll go and get those biscuits out of the fridge. Oh dear. Okay. So they're nice and cool, and I think they're ready to go in. So again, I've got them on my stone that I always use. Let me put them in the oven. Ooh. There we go. Ah, right, okay. So I've got it at about 180, okay? And it now needs to be in for about 10 to 12 minutes. So can somebody time me, please? Who is going to tell me that we've been chatting for 10 minutes? Put your timers on. Okay. Did you notice that I put this sort of advanced schedule of a live video on? So for the video for tomorrow, I did that yesterday, and it should tell you in your own time, in your own local time, what time the video is going to start. So that takes away all those problems we were having about me saying, yes, it's 8:30 GMT, which stands for Greenwich Mean Time, which is the time we have here in the UK. And then of course you have to then put it to your time, because I can't do that for your time because I don't know where you live. So this should, yes, so this is something new you see on YouTube. So this should now, whenever you look at your YouTube and you see that it's programmed, the time it says there is the actual time at your home, you know, where you live. So hopefully that will help you. Oh my goodness, is it snowing, Kathy? So hopefully that will help you to set a reminder. But yeah, if you click the set a reminder, it will tell you or something. And also for me, it counts it down. It's really good. Plus, I am now able, and I was probably always able to, but I'm now able to upload my own thumbnail. So it's better than the, you know, the quick picture that I normally take. So I can make a thumbnail for it. So, have you seen the thingy that I made yesterday? Hi Pat! Yeah, so I have been very busy working on the cowl blanket pattern to get it ready for publication, to get it ready for me to sell it on Ravelry, because you know you want to make it nice with a bit more pictures than I did in the blog, because of course I'm not putting that many pictures in the blog because we've got the videos, right? But so I've been looking at that, and I have obtained some art to put with them, and part of that art was one of those balls, you know, the watercolor balls, and then the crochet hook. Oh my goodness, they're so cute, those little art things that I bought. So I made a thingy with a picture of myself where I'm able to cut it out, get rid of all the background and stick that on the ball of wool. I thought it looked really nice, so I hope you like that. And I am going to use that sort of logo, that thumbnail, for the live videos. Stella, the picture is on YouTube somewhere. It's also on the next live which I've scheduled, and it's also in the Facebook group. If you're in the Facebook group, then you know, you can see it there, because I had two versions. I made one first, and I said, do you like it? And then somebody suggested something which I thought, why didn't I think of that? So I immediately did the change that she suggested, and it looked so much better, and I added a few more details. So I'm thinking that the second one was looking much nicer than the first one. So yeah, I think, you know, the thing is, it's so lovely. Whenever I do something, you're always helping me, you know? The suggestions I got for, you know, for changing that little logo, perfect, you know, and I don't mind. I love being able to work together, you know? And also with the pattern as well, there was one mistake that I made last week, and there was one wrong thing this week as well with the number of the rows. Perfect, you know, people just pointed it out, I amended it, and now it's amended on the blog. Also, I didn't do a tick. What am I doing? I didn't do a tick list for this week. Why not? Why didn't I do that? So again, somebody made one, and I thought, why didn't I make mine? So I have added one in. So go back to the blog if you've already been. If you want to have a tick list for this week, it's there now. And I'm doing one for next week as well. Well, it's there already. Well, it's programmed. Okay, I've added one for next week as well. I mean, how stupid can you get? It's just typical, isn't it? Me. Right, okay. Let's go and put some of this stuff away. Rolling pin. Yeah, this is my rolling pin. It doesn't roll, but it's one of these. I like it. I really like it. Yeah. Hooked. Okay, there we go. So yes, so what happens now with this yellow sheet that I've been working on, right? You know, sort of, you can actually now sort of lift it off, get all the stuff off, and I wash it with really hot water, and it's clean, you know, and then I roll it up, and then I use it for whenever I need to use a surface, because of course, you know, I've got the cats. What do they do at night? You don't know. You think they don't go onto your counters, you think, but at least with this, I know that this is clean. I've washed it, you know, I try to do it with really, really hot water for quite a while. And then once it's dry, I roll it up and put it in the cupboard. So, you know, yeah, 7 minutes. Good. Let me just go and check, shall we? Right. Okay, let's see. I know you can't, but yeah, they're looking good. Okay, yeah, they need more. They definitely need more. Let me just see if I can show you. See, they're looking a little bit, see? They're getting there. Do you remember last time we cooked those biscuits? Is this the same way as it was? Those biscuits spread out quite a lot. Well, these don't. They stay the same shape, and it helps when you've put them in the fridge. When they go in cold, it takes a little bit longer for them to, you know, and then they don't spread so much, or they don't spread at all. So there we go. So we've got, they're in now for, hang on a minute, 4 or 5. I checked, they're in now for 9 minutes. And the recipe normally is 10 to 12 minutes. So I think they're going to need the 2 extra minutes. So I said 10 minutes to start with. They are going to need the extra 2 because they're still quite pale. So there we go. Oh dear. Yeah, they you know, if they spread out, then they're chewy. You know, I mean, to be honest, I mean, I am known to actually use the wrong flour. So I've made these with self-raising flour before, and they were really nice. They were, you know, sort of light and fluffy. So they make a different type of biscuit, I'm sure, but I just don't know the name of them. But yeah, I sometimes make these for the crochet club. And so when I notice that, hi Miranda, that something's gone wrong, and I'm like, oh no, I've got to make another batch, you know, then I make the second batch. So last time I made these biscuits, I made the first ones with self-raising flour. And then, of course, I saw in the oven that they weren't reacting the way these are, you know, they were raising and spreading out. And then I made a second batch with plain flour. And so I thought, well, I might as well take them all to Crochet Club, because what am I going to do with them all? So I explained to them, and they all ate the ones with the self-raising flour first, you know, the fluffy ones. So, I don't know. I said, well, they're just a different type of biscuit, I'm sure. So, you know, there was no problem. They just ate them. Pat, actually, I don't think I have enough to share this week because there's not that many there. Yeah, they had a different texture. They were much sort of lighter. These are dense, and those were fluffy, fluffy. Right, okay. How far are we? Oh, I think we're nearly there. Let's go and have a look again. Right, my thing is sticky. Right, let's go and have a look. Look. Now, these biscuits are quite good for Halloween as well, because you can say there's flies in them. The little things, the little lavender things, look like black spots. So I told them, first of all, at Crochet Club, there was flies in the biscuits. They looked at me like, what? But of course, it's not. It's lavender. Oh dear. Yeah, I think we're there, but I think it can take a little bit longer. Let me just check without having the camera in my hands. Yeah, it needs a tiny bit longer. They are getting there. They are definitely getting there. They just need a little bit more colour. But of course, because they're on the stone, they will stay warm a little bit longer. So I never leave them to the last minute, because I know they're on the stone, they will cook a little bit more after they come out of the oven. So you have to take that into account. When I started using that stone, in the beginning everything was just, you know, sort of too well done, because I wasn't taking into account that actually the stone stays warm for a while. And so, yeah, you need to, you know, yes, it stays warm, so you need to sort of take that into account, that your biscuits are going to be warm for a longer time after you take them out, basically. Let's have another look. Oh, it's getting there. Stop opening the oven, Anja. Yeah, so this is my, this is just a glass jar that I have, that I had candles in, but I've got so many teas to use up. I put them all in there, and now I just do blind dip. Oh, an agar would be just lovely, wouldn't it? It would be so nice. But obviously, yes, cooking in an agar, again, is a different thing, isn't it? it's a different way of cooking, and it's something that's always on and always hot, so you really need to have that, you know, sort of mindset to do that. But also it would, you know, you can incorporate the agar as your hot water and everything, but that's just, yeah, no, we're just gonna keep it simple when we remodel our kitchen. I'm nearly there, I think. Yeah, Charlotte, I was buying them all the time. Fancy teas, you know, oh, this one is a nice one, that one is a nice one. Every time I went to the shop, I was like, oh, let's have a pack of, you know, a box of nice tea. But the thing is, you don't finish them. You know, I had so many boxes in my cabinet. I thought, I've got to do something about them. So I was using them up a little bit, but now with doing this, actually it's quite fun. You know, I have this on my desk, and so Dirk brings me a cup of hot water with honey in it, and yes, I'm starting to smell the lavender, Wendy, and so I go like this, take one out, and that's the tea I'm having, and I'm doing that about once or twice a day, so it is going down, and I feel like I'm using up the teas now. I am though, you know, sometimes cheating, because yes, when I don't like it, I put it back and I take another one. But yeah, it's a good way to use up your herbal tea if you have it in the afternoon, right? Okay, let's see if we can take out these biscuits. Ta-da! Yeah, I think, yes. Oh my goodness, the smell! The smell. See? And I can hear them still baking, so that's good. But again, don't touch them because they will still fall apart, okay? You need to make sure that they cool down a little bit first. So I'm going to just put this on here. There we are. Voila. And then once they've cooled enough, I'll put them on there. Thank you, Stella. And then once they are cold enough there, they'll go in my biscuit tin. And I had this ready just in case if I needed more than my stone. But yes, the stone I've had for a while now, and I always use it whenever I'm making things like this. Shall we get that taster one off? Yeah. Taster, taster. Oh yeah, it's moving, it's moving. Okay. Woohoo! I've got the little taster one. Let it cool down. Let it. That's why I always have a little extra, see? So I can taste it. I mean, oh, I mustn't stand there because that's, let me just put that there. That's my little spot, isn't it, to stand. So I'm not going to, I'm going to move that because otherwise I am going to feel that, I think. Right. Okay. So, last time when I baked the biscuits, I mean, I was so surprised. So many of you made them. It was so heartwarming to see that, you know, I made something and you made it as well, you know. I think about an hour later, somebody already posted a picture of her biscuits on the Facebook group. I mean, that just, it was amazing. I thought, wow, you know, it's just so nice to be able to do this for you. And, you know, throughout that week, everybody was like, oh, I've made them, I've bought. I've bought ingredients, I'm making them today, and it was just so nice. And to think that, you know, I'm giving you not only the crochet, but those little extra things, yeah, I'm so pleased that you appreciated the last one, you know, the Elizabethan oatmeal biscuits. So do go and have a look at that video again. And also there's a blog for that as well, so the recipe is there on the blog. And of course, you know, did you see how easy this was? I mean, you know, if you know that, you know, you want some nice biscuits in the afternoon and you've got time in the morning, you could easily make those ready to have. Anyway, see, this is why I was trying to, trying to tell you something so I would stay away from that hot biscuit. Yeah, those oatmeal biscuits are just so good to take with you. They do stay together really well, and my husband takes them with him when he goes to work as well. They are really, you know, there's obviously there is sugar in them, but they do give you that boost of energy. If you know, he sometimes has them for lunch, just 2 or 3, and that's all he has time for, but then, you know, it fills him up and it gives him the energy to get through the afternoon. So yes, I now have it's not cold, but I can handle it and I can eat it, I am sure. Right. Yeah. It gets in your mouth and it just falls apart. And you get the lavender only at the end. That's really nice. Oh my goodness. The first lavender biscuits I made, I didn't put that much lavender in. I did half and half sugar, but this was all the lavender sugar that I had left over, and this is much more. Yeah, I can really, oh yes, it's still there. So even that small biscuit, I still have the lavender flavour in my mouth. Yeah, I know, it's just something, so I didn't think of using lavender, but you know, when you go and look for spices, I was looking at the barred spices, because they're just separate, and I saw the lavender there, and I thought, what can I do with that, you know? Also, this is something else I have as well. No, it doesn't have a soapy taste at all. No, it doesn't remind me of soap at all. I also have this. So they are rose buds. And I sometimes make rosebud tea. So I just do hot water, honey, and then a few of these in. And it's gorgeous. But also I do sometimes, and you've seen me have this during the live, I do hot water, honey, a couple of lavender flowers, and a couple of rosebuds, and that is such a nice cup of tea. It's really, really nice. Yeah, Penny, for the biscuits I do infuse the sugar, because otherwise you just have to add them too, and I don't think that just adding them is not going to give you the flavour. I think you need to do it like vanilla sugar. See, look, this is my vanilla sugar. So I've got sugar in here, caster sugar, so really thin, fine ground sugar. And then I have here my opened and scraped out vanilla pods. And this sort of, I'll use some, I'll top it up again, mix it, you know, for for a while, for about 6 months, and then I'll make sure it's used up, and then I start again. So yeah, this is fairly recent that I made this, because what I was thinking of doing, I only had a little bit of my lavender sugar left because I mixed it in February to use for the biscuits for the Crochet Club. But it turned out I had just enough left for these biscuits, so I used it all up, so that's gone now. But yeah, this is my sort of my standard lavender, my standard vanilla sugar that I always have in the house, that I always make myself. But yeah, this is actually, I got these in Belgium in a shop called Dille and Camilla, and they really smell really nice. Smell them? Now, it's so nice. So to have these with a bit of lavender, hot water and honey, oh, it's just such a lovely cup of tea. So there we go, you know. It's all these little things that we do that we can tell each other to try out, and isn't that just so much fun? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Yes, Ellen, I have had blooming teas. I have got the teapot. I've got a glass teapot, and then you have the different blooming teas to put in, and I have had it and I've made it and everything. Oh, it's just so nice. But I haven't got it in use at the moment because small kitchen. So I don't have any blooming pods or whatever they call them anymore, but I have got the teapot again, and obviously when my kitchen is bigger, hopefully I'll be able to have that tea. The cats are asleep, and guess why they are asleep? Because earlier I was crocheting, as you do, and I sat outside in my little courtyard here, and they came outside with me. So I barricaded the end of our courtyard off, and they were outside with me. They were playing on the stones, and they were sort of, you know, inspecting everything. So yeah, they are quite tired. Yes, well, when my new kitchen is finished, I'll invite Karen over, because by then we'll be able to go and visit everybody again. I'll invite Karen over and we'll have a tea party and we'll do a live video, shall we? We'll have scones and we'll have rosebud tea. Karen, are you up for that? Right, everyone. I am going to have a look at my biscuits here. Wow, it is still warm. Let me get a knife just to go under them. Yeah, they're good. They're done. They're well done, but they are still too warm to handle. So there we go. So those are the biscuits that we made. And can you see what I meant by flies in the... Doesn't it look like flies? So, okay, lavender scones. Okay then, Karen, I'll make you some lavender scones. Well, if I do another live cooking, shall I make some scones then? Who would like me to make some scones? That'd be fun, won't it? Right, okay. Anja, are you still watching? Anja, ben jij nog aan het kijken? I normally make those scones for you when you come over, remember? Dan zal je moeten kijken, hè, als ik scones maak. Yes, she's there, she's still there. So normally when Anja comes to visit, or the times that she has come to visit, I keep an eye on her where she is, and then by the time she steps out of her car at the back of the drive here, I've got the scones coming out of the oven and she can sit there and eat them. There we go. So that is the biscuits that we made today, and yes, we will make some scones next time. I shall have to go on the hunt for some clotted cream. Right, okay, so this, yes, I might as well put that on here, of course, look. So there we go. So I'm now going to put them all on there and let them cool off. I think it will, yeah, I'm gonna leave them for a little bit longer because they need to just solidify first and cool off enough so that they don't break. But yeah, thank you so very much for joining me. I had a really nice time. I hope you enjoy this. You know, we went for lunch somewhere, right? Anja and her family and Dirk and I, and was Rachel there as well? I can't remember. We went out for the day to Dartmouth, and we had a long day, you know, so at lunch we were all having, you know, sort of sandwiches and savoury things, you know, and guess what Anja ordered? She ordered cream tea for lunch. And I thought, good for her. So she had scones and jam and cream for lunch. And why not? Because obviously she's not here all the time. You know, that's what I would do if I wasn't here all the time. So yeah, she was having scones whenever she could. So that was last year in July, I think, yeah. Anyway, peeps, I am so happy that you are here today. I am going to say goodbye. I hope you will make these biscuits because as you could see, they were really easy to make. Just a little bit of, yes, Helly, I use, where is my cutter? I use this cutter because I like using it. I have different shapes as well, but I just like this one now. You can use any shape. You can cut them in shapes. You can make them in one, score your biscuits, bake it, and then break them off afterwards. But yeah, they normally I always use this now. Because I think it makes a nice biscuit, you know, a good size for the crochet ladies as well, because obviously I want to offer them a nice piece of biscuit. Okay, so thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to go to the YouTube thing now and set your reminder for tomorrow, so you can already say that you want to watch it tomorrow. You can click on it and it will remind you and everything, and then you will be able to see the time that it's on tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. Try the biscuits. The recipe is on the blog, link is down below. Bye everyone. Bye bye. Bye everyone. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you. Bye.